That gut punch, you know it. That sudden, nauseating lurch in your stomach when your words are brushed aside, your efforts ignored, or your very presence dismissed. It's the phantom sting of an eye roll from a colleague, the crushing weight of silence from a loved one when you desperately need to be heard. It's the dismissive tone, the unreturned call, the feeling of being talked about instead of to. Most of us, we've lived here, haven't we? In that raw, exposed space where we constantly crave validation, desperately hoping that someone else's nod, their praise, their respect, will finally make us feel whole. We spend our lives chasing an illusion, the idea that our worth is a verdict delivered by an external jury. We become obsessed with their applause, their acknowledgement, their fleeting nod of approval. We pour our precious energy into proving ourselves, into demanding recognition, into endless cycles of overperforming, people-pleasing, or even angry confrontation. And what's the payoff? Exhaustion, emptiness, a constant, insidious feeling of being perpetually not enough. It's a relentless chase, and the finish line always seems to recede just as you reach for it. This isn't just about feeling bad. It's about unknowingly forging invisible chains that bind you to the opinions of others. But what if the very respect you crave is already living inside you? What if the chase is the trap itself? The mindful soul understands a profound truth. True respect isn't something granted. It's not a trophy someone else hands you. It's a fortress you build, brick by quiet brick, within yourself. It's an internal certainty that makes you unshakable, regardless of the external winds. This isn't just philosophy, it's the bedrock. It's the foundational shift that will free you from the invisible chains. This is where your unshakable power truly begins. The insult lands, the dismissal stings, and then the real war begins, not out there with them, but right here in the echo chamber of your own mind. You replay the scene, don't you? Their casual disregard, their harsh words, that moment of being cut off. And in that replay, the fury rises, the desperate need to lash back, the gnawing shame that makes you want to disappear, or perhaps the insidious cycle of self-blame. If only I were smarter, thinner, more assertive. This internal conflict, this overwhelming urge to retaliate or to retreat in shame, is the true enemy. Most people, when faced with disrespect, become unwitting participants in this internal battle. They allow these external provocations to dictate their inner state. They hand over the keys to their peace, unknowingly surrendering their most precious possession. They become prisoners of another person's bad mood, their ignorance, their deep-seated insecurity. But the mindful soul knows a profound, liberating secret. Your emotional landscape is your sovereign territory. No one enters without your permission. You, and only you, hold the key to your peace. Your power isn't in controlling their actions. Good luck with that impossible task. But in mastering your reactions. This battle isn't about winning an argument with them. It's about winning the peace within yourself. It's about recognizing that you are the ultimate authority over your inner world. This is the first step in reclaiming that territory. It's recognizing that the storm is often external, but whether it devastates your land is entirely up to you. It's choosing not to let their storm become your shipwreck. When disrespect rears its ugly head, The world screams at you to jump into the fray, to argue, to defend yourself, to prove them wrong, right? It's the primal impulse, fight or flight. Someone attacks, you attack back. Your honor demands it. Your ego demands it. And most people, they jump right into that ring, pouring out their precious time, their finite energy, trying to correct a perception that often isn't even about them. They get pulled into pointless debates, endless text message wars, or exhausting silent battles. They give away their power, one heated word, one frustrated thought at a time. It's a classic trap, a massive diversion from your path. But the mindful soul practices the profound art of non-engagement. This isn't weakness. This isn't indifference or a lack of care. Absolutely not. It is a deliberate, strategic choice to withhold your energy from battles that simply do not serve your inner peace, your purpose, or your growth. You see the noise. You hear the words. You acknowledge the external event. But then, you consciously, actively refuse to let them penetrate your core. You refuse to let them drag you into their drama. You observe, you acknowledge, and then you simply let it pass, like water flowing around a stone. This quiet power, this radical choice to not fight every battle, this refusal to give energy to chaos, is the unbreakable shield of your serenity. It's your invisible force field. It's the ultimate act of self-preservation, allowing you to conserve your energy for what truly matters. Your true integrity isn't a performance for an audience. It's not about winning applause or even about avoiding criticism. No, it is a sacred, unwavering commitment to yourself, to your deepest values, to who you are deep down when no one else is watching. When disrespect hits, when you're tempted to compromise just to fit in, or to retaliate in a way that goes against your core, it's not a test of your worthiness to them. It's a profound test of your adherence to your own principles. Most people, when faced with scorn or the desperate desire for approval, will compromise. They'll bend their truth just a little. They'll conform. They'll sacrifice their authenticity to fit in, to be liked, to avoid conflict. And what's left after years of these small compromises? A sense of drift, a quiet erosion of self. You wake up one day feeling disconnected, unsure of who you truly are, because you've been living by someone else's rules. But the mindful soul understands that your true worth, your very essence, is defined by your unwavering commitment to your authentic self, regardless of external validation or scorn. Whether praised or dismissed, you remain true to your internal compass. The quiet, often unseen work of upholding your integrity, that quiet, unbreakable promise you make to yourself, is your most profound act of self-respect. It is your internal North Star, always pointing you back to your true path, no matter how lost others might seem. Here's a shift that can fundamentally change everything. Most people view disrespect as a direct, personal attack, a weapon aimed squarely at them. And yes, in the moment, it can feel exactly that way. Your heart races, your breath catches, you feel the sting of injustice. But what if there's more to the story? What if, beyond the surface of their hurtful words or actions, there's a deeper, often painful, truth driving them? What if that person lashing out, cutting you off, or dismissing your ideas is actually trapped in their own pain, their own deep-seated fear, their own unspoken suffering. Perhaps they're battling insecurity, or jealousy, or past trauma. Perhaps they were disrespected themselves just moments before. The mindful soul views disrespect through the lens of compassion. This doesn't mean you condone their behavior. It doesn't mean you become a doormat. Absolutely not. But it means you recognize that often, someone's hurtful words or actions are less about you and everything about their internal chaos, their unaddressed burdens, their unresolved wounds. When you choose to see the iceberg, the hidden struggle beneath the surface, you gain a powerful detachment. You don't take it personally because you realize it likely has nothing to do with your inherent worth. This profound shift transforms potential hurt into a moment of detached observation. It's like stepping out of the direct line of fire and observing from a safe distance. This perspective liberates you from carrying burdens that were never yours to begin with. It's a gift you give to yourself. Your mindset isn't just a collection of thoughts. It's the architect of your peace. And here is the most empowering truth. You hold the blueprint. When confronted with disrespect, when that fleeting moment of unkindness happens, most people allow that single incident to fester. It becomes a constant, draining irritation, a recurring loop in their mind. They replay it, analyze it, get angry about it, get sad about it. They surrender their inner calm, giving away their most precious resource to a momentary slight. They unknowingly allow others to build their emotional prison, brick by negative thought. They give away their power to someone who probably isn't even thinking about them anymore. But the mindful soul actively cultivates a mindset of unyielding resilience. They see disrespect not as a wound that must fester, but as an opportunity to reinforce their inner sanctuary. You acknowledge the event, you process the emotion, you let yourself feel it without judgment, and then you consciously, deliberately release it. You don't allow it to take root. You don't let it define your day, your week, your self-worth. You choose what thoughts get to live rent-free in your mind. This is where you become the undisputed master of your internal world. You are the guardian of your gates. Build your peace. No one else can do it for you. This is the ultimate act of self-love and self-protection. How do you truly overcome the sting of disrespect? How do you prevent it from searing your soul? It's not by growing a thicker skin and becoming numb. That's just shutting down. It's about mastering the alchemy of indifference. Most people believe they must fight fire with fire, react with anger, lash out, defend themselves aggressively. Or they believe they must simply succumb to the flames of another's negativity, letting it consume their joy and peace. They think you either retaliate or get hurt. But that, my friend, is a false choice. It's a binary trap. The mindful soul performs a profound internal transformation. They take the negative energy, the disrespect aimed their way, and they don't absorb it. They don't amplify it. Instead, they transmute it into a neutral force. Think of it like this. Water flows around a stone. It doesn't fight the stone. It doesn't try to move it. It simply maintains its own course, unperturbed. The water keeps its essence. You, too, can maintain your essence. This isn't about not caring. It's about not letting it control you. It's about recognizing that their fire only burns if you add fuel to it. And that fuel is your attention, your emotional energy, your engagement. By withholding that fuel, their fire simply dies out, or burns harmlessly on its own. This quiet, unreactive strength, this ability to remain whole and unscarred amidst the chaos, is your most potent weapon. It is the unburnable core within you, untouched by external flames. This is the deepest principle, the bedrock, your emotional well-being, your intrinsic sense of worth, your unshakable peace. These cannot, must not, be contingent on the fickle opinions, the fleeting moods, or the approval of others. Think about that for a moment. How much of your life have you spent seeking external affirmation, trying to fill an internal void with borrowed worth? This constant external seeking makes you tragically vulnerable to every casual slight, every dismissive glance, every critical word. It's like building your house on quicksand. But the mindful soul understands that true fulfillment, true completeness, true joy blossoms entirely from within. You are enough. You are whole. You are complete. You are inherently worthy, not because of what others say or do, but simply because you are. When you grasp this profound truth, the disrespect of others becomes nothing more than a faint echo, a distant rumble, a harmless gust of wind. It's not a blow that shakes your very foundation, because your foundation is built from within. You become your own true north, guided by an inner compass that never wavers, never seeks external validation. You are a symphony, playing your own beautiful, unburdened melody. This is your unbreakable chord. Embrace these principles. Embody this path. Commit to this journey of the mindful soul. And then, watch what happens. An internal transformation begins. A profound, unshakable tranquility, a deep stillness, will slowly unfold within you. No longer do you cower from critical gazes. No longer do you lash out in reactive anger. Think about how many people live in that reactive state, perpetually buffeted by the whims and opinions of the world, like a small, rudderless boat in a relentless storm. Their peace is constantly shattered, their energy constantly drained. But the mindful soul moves with an almost tangible calm, a quiet dignity that radiates from within. You become a beacon of inner peace, unaffected by the storms raging around you. Challenges become opportunities for deeper practice. Disrespect becomes merely a test that you gracefully, almost effortlessly, pass. This transformation isn't just about surviving the disrespect. It's about thriving in its presence. It's about transcending the need for external validation altogether. It's the silent revolution within your own being. It's the ripple effect of your inner peace touching every single part of your life, radiating outwards and subtly influencing those around you, without a single word. This is it, the culmination of our journey together. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not defined by anyone else's opinion. You are the sovereign of your inner domain. The illusion of needing external respect to validate your existence is shattered, isn't it? Replaced by an undeniable, liberating truth. Your worth is inherent. It's immutable. It is self-defined. It cannot be given, and it cannot be taken away. So what will you choose? Will you continue to chase the fleeting shadows of others' opinions, sacrificing your energy, your peace, your authenticity for their temporary approval? Will you stay enslaved by the constant need to prove yourself? Or will you finally, unequivocally, Step into your power? The mindful soul knows the ultimate, liberating secret. True power isn't about controlling how others treat you. That's a battle you'll rarely win. True power is about meticulously, fiercely, lovingly guarding your own response. It's about recognizing that your peace, your worth, your dignity is your responsibility and your sacred possession alone. Choose peace. Choose integrity. Choose yourself. This isn't just a philosophy, it's a living practice. Your journey to unshakable inner freedom begins now. Will you commit to building your fortress of unwavering self-respect? Will you step into your sovereign domain? Pick one principle from this video and practice it for the next 24 hours. Share your experience in the comments below. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and share.